The camera slowly focuses on a lone figure in a vast, dry field. The sky is a washed-out blue, and the ground is cracked, showing signs of drought. The figure is Milo, a middle-aged farmer with weathered skin, standing motionless, staring at the barren land that once sustained his family. His eyes are heavy with worry, reflecting the struggles of his failing crops. Milo returns home, where his family anxiously awaits. His wife tries to comfort him, but the weight of his failure shows. Their children sit quietly at the table, watching as Milo silently eats his meager meal. The tension in the room is palpable, the family caught in a cycle of despair as the drought shows no signs of ending. The next day, Milo walks through the village, passing by other farmers, all struggling in the same way. Conversations among villagers are about giving up or migrating to the city. A sense of hopelessness fills the air as crops die and wells dry up. Milo listens to their words but feels that leaving isn't an option for him. He is determined to find a solution. Milo spends his evening in his small, dimly lit house, thinking about how his ancestors had always farmed the same way. He begins questioning if the old ways are no longer enough. His eyes land on a stack of farming magazines he had never paid attention to before. Desperation drives him to flip through the pages, looking for answers. Milo stumbles across an article about modern farming techniques. Methods that promise to use less water and yield more crops even in dry conditions. Skeptical but curious, he begins reading through the night, taking notes on crop rotation, rainwater harvesting, and the use of drought-resistant seeds. His interest grows as he discovers success stories of other farmers. The next day, Milo goes to the village market and speaks to a merchant who sells seeds. He asks about drought-resistant crops. The merchant is surprised but shows him a small selection. Milo uses the last of his savings to buy a few seeds, knowing this is his last chance to change things for his family. Back at the farm, Milo tells his wife about the new methods he wants to try. She listens patiently, but is worried about the risk. However, seeing the fire in his eyes, she agrees to support him. Together, they start preparing the land in a way that aligns with what Milo learned. Days pass as Milo works tirelessly, setting up small rainwater collection systems, building windbreaks to reduce soil erosion, and planting the new seeds. His neighbors look on curiously, whispering among themselves about his odd methods. Some think he's wasting his time, but Milo remains focused. Driven by a determination stronger than the doubt surrounding him. A light rain falls, and Milo's water collection system captures it efficiently. He stands in the field, watching the drops nourish the soil. For the first time in months, he feels a glimmer of hope. His crops begin to sprout. Small and fragile, but alive in the barren landscape. Other farmers notice Milo's small plot of thriving crops and approach him, asking what he's doing differently. At first, he hesitates, unsure if his methods will continue to work. But seeing their desperation, he decides to share what he's learned, explaining the modern techniques in simple terms. Milo's neighbors are skeptical but intrigued. A few decide to try his methods on small patches of their land. Milo knows that the future is uncertain and that challenges will continue to arise, but he feels confident that they can face whatever comes their way. And Milo's journey from a struggling farmer to a community leader has left a lasting impact on everyone around him.
Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more fun songs as well as interesting and enjoyable stories.